What is going on, LEGO investors? So today we're going to talk about the X-Men set that's coming out in 2024 that a lot of people are looking forward to. So I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on this. A lot of people think this set will do amazing, and I might disagree with that. But I want to give my thoughts and opinions on it. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Do you think this set will do well, or do you think this is going to be a bad investment? A lot of people think this theme and sub-theme is going to do amazing, and I honestly disagree. So let's dive into it. But first up, we've got the LEGO minifigure Marvel Series 2 figures. They're on sale. I want people to be aware of that. Visit lego.com. They are $349, originally $499, and they've got a limit of 16. A lot of people are heavily invested in the set, and I think it's not going to do as well as people think. There might be one minifigure that does phenomenal, but the rest I think are probably going to be duds. But I just want you to be aware of that because a lot of people have been trying to buy as many of these as they can. And honestly, you should be on a lookout at Walmart because Walmart typically puts the series figures on clearance for like $1.50 sometimes. So just keep an eye out. You might see better sales. And if you wanted more than 16 here, you should check out other stores because a few of them do have them listed for $349. So just want you to be aware of that. And it kind of relates to what we're talking about because the Series 2 has some X-Men figures that I hear it a lot. People think like, oh wow, Disney and Lego is going to be releasing new X-Men sets in addition to the Marvel sets, and they think it's going to do amazing. So I honestly disagree with that. But really quick, let's check out eBay to look at the series figures because honestly, $349 isn't really a bad price. There is a potential to earn some money, but if you picked it up for $1.50, then we're talking some money. But I'm really surprised. So you got Beast for $2, Storm for $5. I always said Storm was probably the winner in this, but after making this video, I think I've realized that Storm probably isn't the best. Hawkeye is honestly $8, which I am shocked. It's gotta be the Hawk. There's no other reason. Marvel, and what shocks me is the Marvel minifigures are absolutely terrible investments. I see a lot of people buying Marvel minifigures in sets and think they're going to go up in retirement. They just do not. There's always one-offs that will do amazing, but a majority of Marvel is a giant dud. So you should be aware of that if you're a new investor. Do some research, but they typically do bad. Like Moon Knight, $8.99. This is insane. It boggles my mind that the Marvel figures are doing better than the X-Men. X-Men is not mass produced like Marvel yet, but they're gonna produce all these minifigures again, I'm sure. Maybe just a couple, might not, but overall the main heroes are going to get reproduced. So I'm really shocked Moon Knight is that high. But just wanted you to be aware. It is on sale. Some people invest in this. Hey, I'm not here to judge. If that's what you want to invest in, hey, go ahead. It's on sale. Good luck with that. But the X-Men jet. So my thoughts on this initially, it's a phenomenal looking jet. I think whoever did the build for this did a really great job. I love the colors that they chose. And it's not really the original cartoon style. I think it might be too small for this to actually make it look like the original. But whoever the designer was did a really great job. So what I don't like about this set is that it's $84.99. Absolutely insane. It should be $50 to $60. And one thing that really stands out to me, which is shocking, because I don't know how you can mess this up. It's almost like it was intentional. The Magneto character, this is the worst minifigure that they could possibly have ever made. Rogue is spot on, awesome. Cyclops, awesome. Wolverine, always awesome. And this is the Magneto minifigure that we got. Something's up with that. I don't know what they were thinking. They dropped the ball with Magneto. Magneto is such an awesome character. He does not deserve that. So initially, before making this video, I thought this set was going to do pretty decent if you got it on an okay sale because it was the first X-Jet. But honestly, I was wrong. So we've got 2 X-Jets out right now, or we've got one out, and then this one coming out in 2024. So we've got the 2014 version, which is the X-Men versus the Sentinel, and it was $50, which honestly is not a bad price. It's what ours should be. I think Lego dropped the ball in making it such a high price set. And ultimately, I think it's going to make the set do worse because it's just going to sit on the shelf and it's going to deter a lot of investors. Now, is that something that Lego is intentionally doing because they know sales can hurt investors in retirement? Yeah, it's a possibility, but honestly, I think they're just being greedy. I think they have hit a price where the company makes so much money that they need to continue making that money, and I think they're just raising the prices on all their new sets, which I think is a big mistake because it ultimately hurts them in the long run. So this one, and do not think the current X-Jet that's coming out in 2024 will do anywhere remotely as well as the previous one. There just have not been a ton of X-Men sets. And the reason why this did so well is because really it was kind of roughly the first one, and it was a different time back then. Any set just did phenomenal. This set has 4 minifigures with a value of 105. So people are not buying it for the X-Jet. They're buying it for the minifigures. Now this Magneto is a lot better. It could be way better. This Storm is awesome. This Wolverine I think is pretty awesome. And the Cyclops, I think, is probably the worst. But Storm is $40. That's phenomenal. So our set comes with 4, and it comes with Cyclops, Magneto, Wolverine. But Storm is out, we get Rogue. So pretty much the same. And yeah, I think ours has 3 better minifigures, but it's got Storm, which is pretty much carrying it. So let's take a look at some previous X-Men sets. Like I said, this is not mass produced. And that's why I think a lot of people are talking about X-Men in general as a theme and sub-theme of Marvel because they think that it just hasn't been mass produced and it's going to do well. I honestly think that is the wrong view. I think the X-Men sets are going to follow exactly how Marvel has done, and they're going to be terrible, terrible investments. Yeah, there's always one-off sets, but ultimately, Marvel sets are just very, very bad. The minifigures are just absolutely worthless. Yeah, there's always a few that have done well, but ultimately, it comes down to like army building. And I always say that with Star Wars. Army building is people spend a ton of money on army building, but Marvel is just, or I should say, yeah, Marvel is just like Harry Potter. You can only have so many Harry Potter minifigures and Hermione minifigures before ultimately the price just drops to nothing. And I think that's how it's going to go with X-Men, unless they just release a set every so often. But I think I thoroughly believe that Disney is banking on X-Men to save them. If you're not familiar with Disney's stock price, you should check it out. It is absolutely terrible. I hate it because I'm invested in it and they keep doubling down on all their bad decisions. And I think they think X-Men is going to be their home run movies, and a lot of people think the X-Men Lego sets are just going to do awesome. I thoroughly believe it's going to follow exactly how Marvel sets have done, and you're going to just get mass-produced, a variety of different of the superheroes over and over again, and it's just going to hurt it. So let's take a look at some previous Marvel sets just so I can give you an idea. Please do not think some of these sets are going to do well. We were in a different time back then. Like the older sets, that's why they've done well. But pretty much anything after like 2016, 2018 has just done terrible. Like the Iron Man Hall of Armor, I know a lot of people bought the current one that's out. I think that investment is absolutely terrible, and it's probably going to follow the exact same way. Absolutely no profit here. You actually lost money. You lost 4 cents if you bought this set. Honestly, you lost a lot more money, but we won't dive into that. And yeah, a lot of these sets just have done terrible. Avengers Takedown, $40, $40. Falcon and Black Widow team up, $14, got a value of 16. The Helicarrier is probably the only one that has done well, and the giant one, I believe. But yeah, they just do not do well. Now the Iron Man helmet, that's the one off. Everyone is going to want that, but nobody is going to want a Black Panther Dragonflyer or the Captain America Hydra face off. I thoroughly believe X-Men will follow the exact same path. There's going to be nothing for it that gives it that bump, and this set is just way overpriced. And I'm really upset about the Magneto. Please, if you know something about this, why he looks like this, please comment down below. It just really bothers me. They could have done a phenomenal Magneto for all four of these, made them exclusive, similar to the other X-Jet. But yeah, so ultimately I'm passing on this, and I would love to hear your opinion. Now, if it does drop in price, say maybe $30 to $40, I might consider it. Probably more in the $30 range, which I do believe we are going to hit that price. It's going to sit on the shelf, but you're going to get a lot of people who think just because we get another X-Men set, it's going to do amazing, and they'll probably buy it at the beginning, and it'll be a huge mistake. Again, if you're Lego investing, do not buy sets right when they release. I cannot emphasize that enough. But be aware of what to expect. I could be entirely wrong. I honestly do not think this set will sell for $84 in retirement. This is going to have to be a massive discount set for me to buy in. Hey, I hope I'm wrong if you want to invest in the set. I truly hope you earn money, but I am passing. So please comment down below. It definitely helps the channel and it helps the community. But as always, please do your own research, have some fun, make some money.
Video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before making any financial investments.